Hello everyone. I don't know if how many of my viewers follow racing. I myself am not a huge racing fan. I mean, I have no problem with the sport, but I don't know, I just don't enjoy watching racing for some reason. I'd rather watch, like, instead of watching cars race around a track, I'd rather watch like I don't know, an antique car auction or something. Whatever, I don't know. I'm just not into the whole racing aspect. But anyway, so this video is about my reaction to the little Tony Stewart, Kevin Ward, yeah, incident that resulted in Kevin Ward dying. First of all, before I say anything I'm about to say, I truly do feel sorry for him and his family and all of his friends for having to, you know, deal with the fact that he's gone. I mean, 1 second he's there and he gets in a little wreck, you know, a little fender bender, and the next thing you know, something crazy happens and he gets killed. You know, it just sucks, but it didn't have to happen. But anyway, here's my take. First of all, I think that Tony Stewart did absolutely nothing wrong. Now, the reason I say that is because looking at the one camera angle that I could see in the various YouTube videos that people had posted, there was one camera angle, and it was a, you know, fairly low quality video. So in his defense, that's the case. But based on what I saw with my own two eyes, I can determine, in my opinion, so long as a different angle doesn't change the way I interpret it, that Tony Stewart didn't do anything wrong. Because here's the deal, and a lot of people who, on the media especially, who are bashing Tony Stewart, don't understand this. Those sprint cars on dirt tracks, their rear tire is actually about a foot past the wheelbase of their front tire. So if their front tire's here, their rear tire is like out there. So what happens is, if you turn the car left, not only is the rear wheel farther away and then going to move farther away, like farther up the track, because those cars turn by drifting, when that car starts to drift, it's gonna move that rear wheel that's already sticking out even farther up the track. So in my opinion, what happened was, there was obviously the caution flag was thrown. That guy was mad at Tony Stewart. Honestly, I don't even know why, because it looks like he just blew a tire or something, went into the wall. It didn't even look like Tony got into him. But let's say it was justified. Let's say it was Tony did wreck him. He jumps out of his car, Kevin Ward does, which is against all rules of any racing pretty much. You don't get out of your car when there's cars moving on the track unless it's on fire or you feel as though you're threatened and gonna get hurt by getting out. That's why they have the rescue crews and stuff, to help you get out and to make sure you're okay and to make sure you didn't break anything. I mean, that's the whole deal behind that. So he gets out of his car, and he shouldn't have, and then to add insult to injury, he well, that was a terrible choice of words, but he then walks past his car with a black suit and a black helmet on, and almost gets hit by the 15 car, I think it was, the blue and white car in the video. He almost hits him. He steps back, and then he goes and points at Tony, and he's standing about a foot away from the damn car. So from Tony's perspective, now you gotta picture this. It's at nighttime, you're on a dirt track, and you can't see anything. I mean, you're not thinking about a guy being standing on the freaking track, you know, right there to yell at you. So Tony Stewart says, "Oh my God, there's a guy right in front of me." And being, you know, a freaking professional race driver of many different sports, he whips the wheel to the right, if anything, because that'll help get that rear tire, like we talked about earlier, away from him and drift the car up the track, which in itself is a freaking feat that he turned the way he did. But regardless, Kevin Ward got hit, and I'm thinking the rear tire hit him based on the video. That's what it looked like. And so Tony couldn't turn in time. Now, my only other theory is that maybe Tony only turned because he got hit. only turned, Tony, the car turned because Tony got hit. Or what the hell am I trying to say? Okay. My other theory is that the car turned because he hit Kevin Ward, not because he tried to turn it, but he was just keeping his line like he never saw the guy. Now let me also say, I have absolutely zero, affiliation, care for Tony Stewart. I don't really, to be honest with you, I don't really like him because, he has a history of being kind of mouthy and, throwing helmets and stuff, which of recent times he hasn't done. But really, I don't, it's hard to, you have to take my word for it, but I have zero bias toward Tony Stewart in this whole thing, honestly. That's what I think happened. I think Tony Stewart was just driving on the track and Kevin Ward was just, being stupid and walked out in front of the car, basically. And it's a damn shame that he did that. And it's a damn shame that it happened because that's something that Tony Stewart will probably never be able to fully, get over. But, it is what it is, what are you gonna do? So anyway, this is life, these awkward, horrible situations sadly happen pretty often, and a lot of times you don't hear about it unless it happens to someone famous, but it happened, and I just hope that Tony Stewart can, do what he can to get over it, and I hope he truly didn't try to turn into the guy, as some people say, or speed up and hit him or whatever. I doubt he did, but only he will truly know that, only he will know for sure if he did that, and I'm sure that if he did do that, his conscience will be heavy for a very long time, or, and probably for the rest of his life. So that is what it is, right? But anyway, so yeah, again, I'm sorry to his family, to Kevin Ward's family, and hopefully my next vlog will be a little bit more positive. Not such a glum topic. Alright, see you later, guys. Hang on.